Blessings, everyone. So I have a word today. It's coming from Esther 3:2, and this word is going to be encouraging, right? Because it definitely encouraged me, right? During my trials and tribulations that I'm going through right now, I'm sure we all can relate. So it says, all the royal officials at the king's gate knelt down and paid honor to Haman, for the king had commanded this concerning him. But Mordecai would not kneel down or pay him honor. So Mordecai refused to bow down to Haman because of his religion, right? He was only to bow down and worship God, okay? No one else, not a human, not another false God, but the one and true and only God. So that made Haman furious. He did not like that at all. And because of that, he wanted to off the Jews, and not just Mordecai, but all of them because of Mordecai not bowing down to him. So Haman wanted to take, his title to the head, right? Like, he wanted all of this power, all of this recognition, and because Mordecai did not give it to him, it just made him so mad. But at the same time, Mordecai is showing, how faithful he is to God, that, I'm not bowing down to him. I made my promise to who I am standing with and who I am serving, and it's not Haman. So regardless of the persecution that Mordecai knew was going to come out of this situation, he still stood 10 toes down, right? And that's what God wants us to do during our trials, tribulation, during our persecution. He wants us to still, serve him. He wants us to not allow anything to make us budge. He does not want anything to make us move, because at the end of the day, it may look like it's going to go one way, but we know that God is with us each and every step of the way. Now, I know that can be easier said than done, when it comes to some certain situations, because, even for me, sometimes it looks like, oh God, like, when you're going to step in. But he ends up showing that he is God, and, he gets, the final say out of the situation. So we just have to continue to be like Mordecai in our situations, and even Esther, because this is coming out of the book of Esther, right? She made sure that she took it upon herself to do the 3-day fast because of this, and we know how that story played out. And if you don't know, Haman ended up getting what he tried to do to Mordecai, so the tables reversed. So God was in control of that entire situation. So yes, you will get persecuted on your everyday walk with Christ. People that don't agree with him, that don't believe in him, people that don't, agree with what he's doing in your life or what he has told you to do in your life, they won't agree with it. But at the end of the day, we have to continue to do what God has told us to do, and we have to continue to serve God, not man and not another false God, okay? We have to serve God because he will never leave nor forsake us.